On Apple Valley News Now at 4, the latest on the investigation into a fire that destroyed a building set for demolition in Union Gap. Hear from the fire chief of what they know so far. And Multicare in Yakima says it is seeing a large number of people coming down with upper respiratory infections. What you can do to keep your family healthy as we approach the holidays. And with Kia and Hyundai vehicles still being stolen because of a well-known security loophole, we're talking about what you need to know if your stolen car is recovered.
And I'm tracking chilly overnight lows and a chance of fog or freezing fog. All the details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now, special edition, on your side.
Thanks for joining us on this special edition of Apple Valley News Now. I'm Alyssa Warner. Today, police arrested a student at Richland High School for allegedly bringing a BB gun to campus. Authorities say they were called just after 10 o'clock this morning after school security found out about the student carrying the gun in their waistband. Police say the school was placed on lockdown and officers tracked down the student and arrested them. The student was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center and has been expelled from Richland High School. Fire crews from Kennewick, Benton County, Pasco, and Richland worked to put out a fire that damaged several buildings overnight. The call came in just before 5 p.m. to the 800 block of West Klamath Avenue. Witnesses reported seeing grass on fire that had spread to several mobile homes and was nearing a commercial building in the area. Fire crews at the scene said wind gusts caused the fire to spread quickly. Several power lines were also damaged, and at least one person was taken to the hospital. Fire officials say not all of the pets have been accounted for even now. It took about 2 hours for crews to get the fire under control, and at this time, the cause is not known. The last sea galley in the country closed down in Union Gap and was set for demolition this week. But before that could happen, the building went up in flames. Yakima Fire Chief Aaron Markham says it's not clear what caused the fire Friday night because gas and power had already been shut off to the building in preparation for demolition. The chief says he did speak with the property owner, who says they have had issues with people trying to break in since the restaurant shut down. Chief Markham says getting evidence about what caused the fire might be easier said than done.
But unfortunately, when we tore into it to get to the fire because of the roof collapsing, that was the area of origin. So a lot of the evidence about finding it even more detailed of where it started is destroyed.
The fire chief says investigators are looking for footage from nearby security cameras to see if anybody was nearby or may have entered the building prior to the fire. Now, the Benton Franklin Health District says there are several places throughout the community that are temporary warming shelters as our temperatures continue to drop. There are many buildings that offer heating and a safe environment for people to stay inside during normal business hours. Services have been extended to Benton City, Clotis, Connell, and Basin City. Now, the health district is partnering with 211 on this project. 211 helps connect people in need, connect with community services like utility assistance, food, housing, and health. And as we come into the holiday week, can we expect to see those freezing temperatures sticking around? Stacey Lee joins us now with your First Alert weather forecast.
Man, yeah, it's going to be cold. In fact, we have another cold front on the way, just like the one we saw come in yesterday down from Canada. Another one of those building up, and will be heading our way later in the week. Temperatures are chilly outside right now in the 40s and 30s. 38 right now in Cle Elum, 46 in the Tri-Cities. We're running a good 5 to 10 degrees below where we were yesterday. Just 24 hours ago, we're 6 degrees colder in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, Connell, and even Hanford. So it's been a chilly one all day, but clear skies. The sunshine was nice today. 46 right now on our Dust Devil Giza sky cam. Our feels like temp is 42. Once the sun goes down, those temperatures are going to feel really chilly. And look at our sunset time now at 4:19. Here's what's coming up. Again, cloudy, chilly tonight. Some patchy late night or early morning fog developing, particularly in the Columbia Basin. And with those chilly temperatures, we could see freezing fog for that morning commute tomorrow. We have a chance of midweek showers getting towards our Thanksgiving holiday, and we're looking at a clear and cold Thanksgiving. So all the details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital is at capacity due to a surge in respiratory illnesses over the past week. And Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us they're now asking people to avoid the emergency room if your condition isn't an emergency.
Memorial is struggling to keep up with staffing challenges and the number of patients coming in with influenza, COVID, or RSV. And the hospital still has the busiest ER in the state, seeing potentially upwards of 250 patients a day. That means if you're coming in with sniffles or a sprained ankle, you're going to be waiting a long time, as people with more emergent conditions like difficulty breathing or chest pains are going to be seen ahead of you. And if you're not already sick, you might be after waiting so long in a room with people who are.
If you can avoid going to a place where all the sick people in the community are coming, it's probably better for your health overall. So again, if you have a non-emergent condition and it can go to an urgent care clinic or your primary care provider, you're best served there.
And with the holidays coming up, doctors say masking, getting vaccinated, and making sure to wash your hands are the key to preventing the spread of these respiratory illnesses. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. And experts say wearing a mask in crowds is one of the best things you can do to protect against diseases and to protect from spreading them. You can also reduce your risk of getting sick, again, by washing your hands often or using hand sanitizer. We all learned that during the pandemic. And it isn't too late to get vaccinated. Vaccines are available to protect against COVID-19, the flu, and RSV. Now, the U.S. government is offering more COVID-19 tests for free. Households can now get 4 individual rapid antigen COVID-19 tests online. If you haven't ordered any tests since the program reopened in September, you can get a total of 8. Just go to covidtests.gov to submit your order. Those tests will start shipping next week. We're bringing you an update to a story we've been covering for the last few weeks now. Several livestock organizations in the Pacific Northwest have signed a joint letter asking the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife to put a stop to reintroducing grizzly bears into the North Cascades. Along with some federal organizations, the Washington Cattlemen's Association, the Washington Cattle Feeders Association, the Washington and Oregon Farm Bureaus, and organizations in Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana have all signed on to this letter. One of the biggest highlights in the letter is saying that grizzly bears will be a significant risk to the lives of ranchers, livestock, and their communities. They also say it will place a financial burden on them due to the cost of grizzly protection from their properties. You can catch up with the story on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And continuing coverage of the University of Idaho murders, a judge has now ruled that media cameras are no longer allowed in the courtroom during proceedings involving suspect Bryan Kohberger. The order states that the court will record the proceedings. The live stream will be posted to YouTube. A coalition of media outlets, including Apple Valley News Now, argued that the public has a right to witness the court proceedings, which means anyone in the courtroom will not be allowed to record video, audio, or take pictures. In your business headlines, ousted OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is joining Microsoft to lead its new artificial intelligence research team. Microsoft, which is ChatGPT's parent's biggest investor, hired Altman just days after he was fired from the company that he co-founded. A key factor apparently was Altman's push to develop AI more aggressively, which led to tensions with the board. Altman's exit was followed by departures of other top-ranking executives as well. More than 500 employees are also threatening to quit if the OpenAI board doesn't resign. While retail sales are expected to soar to new heights over the holidays, the seasonal workforce has taken a nosedive. According to new data, retailers posted the lowest number of seasonal job openings since 2013. Just 2 years ago, retailers hit a record high, nearly 1 million holiday jobs. But today, numbers have dropped a sharp 40% compared to pandemic times. And while brick and mortar jobs tend to shed their holiday hires by January, some of the seasonal jobs in the e-commerce market may be around for, let's say, an extended season. A time-honored tradition in Washington, D.C., President Biden has issued a pardon for 2 turkeys ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. The turkeys are named Liberty and Belle. They are from Minnesota, the country's largest producer of the bird. Presidential turkey pardoning has been a tradition since 1947, when President Harry Truman welcomes the first national Thanksgiving turkey. Now, these turkeys will spend the rest of their days at the University of Minnesota's College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences in St. Paul. Well, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and we are talking about travel. Take a look outside. It is almost 10 minutes from sunset, if you can believe it. Stacey Lee has a look at what you need to know before the holidays and still ahead on Apple Valley News Now.
Back in the day, somebody would steal a car and it was a joyride. These people are actually, what they're doing is they're stealing these cars to live in, or they're transporting drugs.
We're talking about a growing concern that could mean a stolen car has to be totaled, even if it looks perfectly fine. How you can know if your vehicle is at risk, next.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Our state has changed a lot in the last 140 years. We know because MultiCare has been here, guided by a single purpose, making our communities healthier. That comes from making courageous decisions, partnering with local communities to grow programs and services, and expanding healthcare access to those who need it most. Together, we're building a healthier future. MultiCare.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. So far this month, Richland police say they've gotten more than 24 reports across the region of people stealing or trying to steal Kias and Hyundais. This is a nationwide problem, as many of these vehicles need a software upgrade to fix a security problem. Now, years ago, if your car was stolen and recovered, you would want to get it checked out for any physical damage. These days, more and more stolen cars are coming back contaminated with potentially dangerous drug residue that you might not be able to see without special testing.
For fentanyl, if they smoke it on the inside, then there's not necessarily going to be signs of drugs, but all of the smoke will bind to any porous surface like the headliner and the carpet and the seats and the steering wheel. So just because it doesn't look like there's drugs on the inside doesn't mean that somebody wasn't smoking drugs on the inside.
So coming up tonight after the game, we're taking an in-depth look at what goes into testing a vehicle for fentanyl and what you need to know before you open up the doors. It's a story you'll only see on Apple Valley News Now. Dangerous storms are rolling through the Gulf Coast and the South. One of the multiple storm systems, they're on track to potentially throw a wrench into a busy holiday travel week. Laura Aguirre has more on the forecast and your rights as a traveler when it comes to delays and cancellations.
Travelers should be checking with their airline directly for the most up-to-date information about their flights.
Solid advice whenever you're flying, but even more important this week. Severe weather across large parts of the U.S. threaten to snarl holiday travel plans. Powerful rainstorms over areas of the central U.S. are rolling toward the Midwest, and thunderstorms over parts of the Gulf and southern regions could bring tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail throughout Monday night. To navigate the impact on air travelers, the National Weather Service is positioning meteorologists at 22 FAA centers.
They provide down-to-the-minute weather predictions for exact arrival and departure routes in the busiest parts of the U.S. airspace.
The Department of Transportation says it's been working closely with airlines to ease the cost of trip delays on travelers.
Now, almost all of them guarantee hotels and ground transportation, and all of them guarantee covering meals. If your flight gets canceled or significantly delayed for any reason, I want the traveling public to know that you are entitled to a full cash refund if you choose to take that refund rather than a rebooking.
And that's good news, given forecasters predict by Tuesday, rain and snow could be hampering air and highway travel across large parts of the Midwest, New England, and East Coast, from D.C. to Atlanta.
We will be using every tool at our disposal to keep cancellations and delays as low as possible.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And the FAA says normally restricted airspace will open for the holiday travel window, routes that the military releases to the FAA for commercial planes during periods of anticipated high traffic.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look at our weather pattern here in the west. We have the jet stream basically right on top of us right now, bringing down that cold air from Canada. And we have got another one shifting and getting ready to move our way by the weekend. Here's the only active weather moving up towards Canada, but as we get closer to Tuesday night into Wednesday, that jet stream moves right over the middle of Washington State, and that's going to bring those rain showers across the Cascade Mountains into the lower elevations. So a little bit of rain in the forecast, but overall not a whole lot of weather to report. Now we're tracking overnight low clouds and fog and possibly freezing fog, mainly in the Columbia Basin and along the foothills of the Blues, and we're looking for some gusty winds tomorrow near Heppner area. Here comes those showers. Again, this is late Tuesday night. As you can see, the Cascades getting the majority of it. Some of those sliding across the lower valley of Yakima towards Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and eventually out towards Walla Walla and the Blues. Not looking at a lot of snow activity, although there may be a few snowflakes in the upper elevations. It should not impact the lower elevations, say at pass level, to impact your holiday travel. So Wednesday night, though, we get nice and clear, but that cold air starting to again move its way down from the Canadian area. If you are traveling here in the next couple of days, here's what it looks like. If you're heading over to Seattle, you'll encounter those showers, maybe a few snowflakes, but it should not impact the Snoqualmie Pass region. 47 with a 10% chance of rain on Thanksgiving in Seattle. If you're heading to Portland, you're probably going to encounter some rain through the Columbia River Gorge on Wednesday, but things are looking much better on Thursday with temperatures in the 50s for your daytime high. And if you're heading up to the Spokane area, overcast Tuesday, we see some showers possible Wednesday. Chilly overnight lows there and a 10% chance of showers on Thanksgiving. Right now, our Legends Casino sky cam 46 degrees. Our feels like temperature 42. Once the sun goes down, it's going to be really chilly. Visibility looking pretty good through the area, but we're going to track that a little bit later after the football game and see where we are fog-wise. Temperatures overnight tonight in the 20s. It's chilly out there. 31 for Dayton, however, 29 Walla Walla, Tri-Cities, 27 tonight in Yakima. For tomorrow, look for some fog. Then we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon. Then those clouds start to come over with shower developing later in the evening towards your late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Temperatures in the 40s, again running below average for this time of year, so very chilly out there. Prosser at 46 as well as Toppenish, but everyone else pretty much in the low 40s. Planning your day tomorrow, there's that fog we're talking about with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures just struggling to make it even to 40 degrees tomorrow in the Columbia Basin. Winds remain light, a little bit of stagnant air out there as well. Cloudy skies in Yakima, struggling to just barely make it to 40 degrees with light winds. If we look at Walla Walla tomorrow, we'll have those cloudy skies. Temperatures just barely hugging 40 degrees. And in Hermiston, look for that low fog and low clouds and possibly freezing fog on the roadways tomorrow morning with temperatures hitting the 40s by midday. Here's a quick look at that 7-day planning forecast. Some fog possible here. Turkey Day, though, looking pretty good. Temperatures staying cold, and we actually get even chillier as we move into your Thanksgiving weekend with those overnight lows dropping into the 20s. We might even see some overnight lows get down into the teens. So slight chance of rain towards Walla Walla on Wednesday, a slight chance on Turkey Day there. Looking good in Hermiston with sunny skies heading into the weekend with those chilly temperatures. Look at those overnight lows in the 20s. We'll get to your full 7-day planning forecast and a lot more coming up Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 4, she was a humanitarian and mental health activist, but never hesitated to speak her mind. We'll take a look at the life and legacy of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter next.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show, but it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long, now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your ultimate Black Friday destination.
They say we get 300 days of sunshine a year, but we know the whole story. The winter of 2019, Mid-Columbia record for most snowfall in a single month. 2004, temperatures reached a low of -18 degrees. And 1996, one of the coldest winters in our history. At McCurley, we remember because we were here. Our expert technicians drive these roads too and know the challenges our winters can bring. That's why we're here to make sure your vehicle is ready for whatever weather comes your way, so you'll remember this winter for the people you spent it with, not the cold. McCurley, your way home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event.
At Spec Buick GMC, we love Black Friday deals, and that's why we're giving them to you all month long. Get your best deal on a new Sierra, a stylish Terrain, or any one of our 100 of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Many new vehicles are marked down with holiday bonus cash deals and have special low interest rates too. With no payments until February, great rates and Black Friday deals every day. Why wait? Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Tonight on Apple Valley News Now Primetime, fentanyl in cars.
We've got an out-of-control problem in Washington, Oregon, and California.
A hidden danger that's getting worse every day. What you need to know. Apple Valley News Now Primetime, tonight following football.
Taylor Swift postponed her concert in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday after a fan on Friday collapsed and died before the concert started. Swift posted on Instagram that she puts the safety and well-being of her fans, her fellow performers, and her crew first. Now, temperatures in Brazil soared above 130 degrees Fahrenheit over the weekend. Swift said she is devastated by her fans' death and feels, quote, overwhelmed by grief. It's unclear if that show will go on. Rosalynn Carter, mental health activist, humanitarian, and former First Lady, passed away on Sunday at the age of 96. Ivan Rodriguez is at the Carter Center in Atlanta with a look at her life and legacy.
Tributes continue pouring in for the late Rosalynn Carter.
You know, they're really an incredible family because they brought so much grace to the office.
The former First Lady died Sunday after entering hospice care on Friday.
She was well known for her efforts on mental health and caregiving and women's rights. So I hope that during the holidays you'll consider saying include the Carter family in your prayers.
Mrs. Carter was actively involved in her husband's presidency and a strong advocate for equal treatment of the mentally ill.
Nobody talked to each other about their own mental illness at all, and now to see that that actually people can recover is the greatest thing.
But it was the couple's work after leaving the White House that would leave the longest legacy, redefining and revolutionizing the post-presidency. In 1981, they spearheaded a new challenge, joining with Habitat for Humanity, building houses for the poor. A year later, they established the Carter Center, a foundation devoted to promoting human rights resolving conflicts, and eradicating diseases.
I'm proud of the work of the Carter Center, which has developed to become one of the most admired and respected institutions, not only nationally but internationally.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Now, there will be a wreath laying and repose on next Monday, November 27th, starting at 11 a.m. A tribute service takes place on Tuesday, the 28th at 1 p.m. Her funeral will be November 29th at 11 a.m. We're talking about your Thanksgiving weekend coming up, and we have a final look at your forecast when we come back.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Top Tree Service is committed to providing the best service and experience possible. From the first call to schedule your estimate, through our final after-service follow-up call, ensuring complete satisfaction. Your trees are valuable assets, and we ensure our ISA-certified arborists will protect your investment. The health and safety of your trees are our top priority. Call today to schedule a free estimate and experience the Top Tree Service difference for yourself.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Hi, I'm Gino at Italstone.
Hi, I'm Andrew at Italstone. Excited to join my father's business, a true family business.
And we got great news for you. We just got a fantastic deal on quartz and granite slabs that we want to pass on to you. You will be shocked at the savings. Come and see us for a free estimate. You'll be glad you did. We are with you every step of the way.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
800-795-1262. 800-795-1262. 800-795-1262.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at the weather. Stacey, hard to believe the sun's already gone down.
The sun's gone down and it's chilly, but let's take a look at our next week here in Yakima again. Looks good for Thanksgiving. Going to be sunny, but chilly. Look at those overnight lows dropping into the low 20s next week. So another cold front on the way. Slight chance of rain. You'll see it Tuesday night into Wednesday. And fog and freezing fog possible tonight in the Columbia Basin. Might even see that in Hermiston. Here's Walla Walla. Chance of rain there on Wednesday. Slight chance on Thanksgiving, and those chilly temperatures, unfortunately, are not going away.
Time to break out the ugly Christmas sweaters.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right back here after Monday Night Football. You can always stay up to date on our website, applvalleynewsnow.com.